The Nigerian interbank settlement system will introduce a non-resident bank verification number platform by December. Now, this is aimed at enabling Nigerians living abroad manage local bank accounts, conduct businesses, and meet KYC requirements remotely. Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Olaimi Cardoso announced this initiative during a meeting with members of the Nigerian community on the sidelines of the World Bank and IMF sessions in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday. The Dangote Refinery has started supplying premium motor spirit directly to some oil marketers without recourse to the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. It was gathered that while more oil marketers are intensifying efforts to buy the product directly from the plant, others were importing the commodity. Now, the report cited a document obtained from the Nigerian Port Authority, which reflects that about 123.4 million litres of PMS were berthed at the two seaports to improve fuel supply nationwide. Now, Nigerian President Bola Tinubu has dismissed 5 ministers and appointed 7 new ones in a major cabinet reshuffle aimed at making his administration more efficient, his office announced on Wednesday. Tinubu appointed new ministers for humanitarian and poverty reduction, trade and investment, labor and livestock development, as well as junior ministers for foreign affairs, education and housing. The ministers for education, tourism, women affairs, youth development, and the junior minister for housing were also dismissed. Arise business analyst Chika Mbonu joins me now for more on this. Mr. Chika, good morning to you.
Morning, Abby. How are you today?
Very well, thanks. And you?
I'm okay, no problem at all.
Great. Well, let's begin with this story, the restructuring of ministries and ministerial portfolios. Did this come as a surprise to you in any way?
No. I mean, this is a call to service. And whenever you're picked to serve the nation, in other climes, I mean, it's not a big deal. You know, you go in there, do your best, and you serve at the whims and caprices of the appointer, in this case, even the president.
Right.
And you let go. But you see, I want to put out an analogy there. And the analogy I want to put out is this: that on Tuesday, the European Champions League was played. One of the top clubs was Real Madrid. They were playing Borussia Dortmund, and the first half, against expectation, Real Madrid was down 2-0 for the first half. And it was chaos in the Mbonu, the football ground, because they were playing home. And they went to halftime, and subsequently they won the match 5-2 after losing 2-0 first half. And they were asking them, what did they do? And they said, when we got in there, they removed some players, brought in some new players, changed their system, their positioning, and then that's what led them to win the match from being 2-0 down, and they got to 5-2 at the end of the day. The president has assembled his team, and he has a right to think about things as the case may be, and which he has done now. And I want to assure you, like Nigerians, Nigerians can never be pleased. If you remove John and put Peter, they will complain. If you put Peter and remove John, if you put Musa and remove, people are going to complain. So he has tinkered with that. And what do I see? I commend the president, even though he seems very unpopular now, for having the guts to take the hard decisions that the country has required, should have taken a long time ago. Good Lord wanted to take that decision. He was stampeded away, and other presidents. And because we needed to do this, remove the fuel subsidy, remove the exchange subsidy for the country to move forward. Now, I'm commending the president, but maybe a lot of people are going to attack me for this, because he has taken the hard decisions. The Buhari people for 8 years couldn't do that, and the Buhari was asked why couldn't that. We're going to lose the election. Don't want to be counted as that. Buhari was like a doctor that sees a cancer in a patient, and because his shift is ending, instead of recommending what was going to be done to cure the cancer, he just gave Panadol and passed it on to the next doctor's shift, which happens to be Tinubu now. And he's taking the hard decisions, and I commend him for that. But what do I have against him? I have things against him. I have things I have to say, because these decisions are taken have consequences in the land that's crying in the land. And I would have thought they would have done better, starting from themselves. The opulence they still display at the highest level is still very high. They should tone down a little and sacrificially behave the way, let Nigerians know so they are suffering, People have said, oh, the president bought a new plane. We don't want the president to die in plane crash. So he needed a new plane. So it's neither here nor there. But there are other things they're doing that they will need to get right. Now, again, people know me when I talk about the governors. The Nigerian Federation is a federal and the subnational, which is the state and local government. Literally nothing is happening in the states. A lot of the states are mere consumption centers. Basically, go and collect FAC allocation, come down, little or no IGR, and then share it. I look at Lagos State and I say, oh, I commend the governor for the dividend of democracy. I say it every time, on the blue line. Because one of the things that have affected the life of people is transportation costs for a lot of people. Food costs have gone very high. So transportation costs, what can the governors do? Lagos State are done their blue line. The red line has started. Some of us have appealed to the governor to reduce the fare in the red line so the common people can actually use it. So the high fare there. So those are kind of things. Every state governor should go back to their state, not just federal level, and do something about it. If you see the amount of quantum of money that passed through a lot of states, you'll be shocked what they have done. What do we have in this country? Agriculture. Make agriculture fun and let everybody go out there and farm. Right. So let the state governors help the federal level. And for me, that's what it is.
All right, so you're saying a couple of things here in relation to the reshuffle and the dismissal. You say better late than never. Like they say, it's not personal, it's just business. But in the same breath, you're also saying practice what you preach. So I think that's fair enough, right? All right, let's move on to Dangote Refinery starting supply of PMS to some oil marketers directly without recourse to the NNPCL, of course.
There was, the whole nation celebrated when Dangote Refinery came on stream. And for the first time, we have defeated this issue of we have not had any refinery that worked in Nigeria for almost 40 years. And, we celebrated it. Now, let me put it out there all from that. If Dangote Refinery is working, the whole nation should support it. And all this issue of our hearing NUPRC or MPDRA, what else, like giving licenses for people to import fuel, that should be discouraged. Because one of the advantages of Dangote Refinery, remember I said, was conserve foreign exchange in our country, create employment for Nigerian citizens. You can't go back again and start doing the same things we have been doing over the years, especially if Dangote Refinery can meet these needs. Now, Dangote Refinery, if they have the crude, they're going to produce the PMS, they're going to produce diesel, produce aviation fuel, and things will help in Nigeria moving forward. Look at the pricing of petrol. Nobody smuggles diesel. Nobody smuggles aviation fuel. And you look at the press now, you see a lot of things they have said that the quantum of consumption of Nigerian fuel, of PMS in Nigeria, from the massive amorphous 60 million liters a day, the thing has crashed substantially. The border threads, smuggling has substantially, come down. All those filling station people build near the borders, fake filling station they build to use smuggling fuel. Also, most of them are becoming redundant. So we need to support Dangote Refinery, provided the crude required. And as we move towards the free market, the NNPC step aside. And so that business people can go directly and buy the product from Dangote Refinery and go and retail their products. And I believe, I don't know, once it becomes a business, prices will start moderating. As supply gets better.
It will also promote competition, improve market efficiency. And like you always say, we should in fact make this a Mbonu line. Yeah. It's the lifeline, right, of the country, right? All right, we have a few minutes left. Let's hope we can get through this one. Let's look at CBN's governor's announcement regarding the introduction of non-resident bank verification platform.
I have, from the tenure of the former CBN governor, I've shouted myself to the rooftops and said that Nigeria, if every country that you go, whether it's Europe or US, even Asia, South America, you find the dominance of Nigerians in those countries. In the last 2 or 3 or 4 years, you've seen the concept of Japan. A lot of Nigerian professionals have left to Canada, to all those places. And those are Nigerians. They have roots in our country. A lot of them who left here have accounts in this place. A lot of Nigerians outside, whether it's in Houston or Atlanta, whatever, want to run accounts. And we should incentivize them, make this life easier for them to run this account. So I commend the central bank and all the regulatory agencies involved who now want to make sure that they can do their BVN over there and they can run their accounts from there to, and the Nigerian economy gets the better of it.
Oh, absolutely.
They can freely move in their foreign currency into Nigeria, convert it in accounts in Naira, and then run the accounts from there. And then all this issue of uncle, send money to uncle to give to my mother, he didn't do that, and all those things, all the stories will end. Because people now have their destiny in their hands, and they can transact that. The economy will get more dollars, and the economy will grow better.
Right, so seamless engagement, I think we could all do with that. All right, business analyst Mbonu, I want to thank you so much. We'll see you again tomorrow, right?
Thank you.
Hopefully.